What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back for the oh my god season finale of Insecure season 3. This is episode 8. Ghost Light. So I'm mad that this is the finale. Okay, I feel as though HBO need to come up off of it and just go ahead and give these shows like at least 10 episodes, okay? Because we be wanting more. I mean, you're not gonna give us an hour show, so give us at least 10 episodes to 12. What's wrong with that? But okay, whatever. So let's get into this episode. Issa is still on this black party, this block party thing. She wants to do this block party. This is her goal for right now. This is what she's focused on. She's going from black business to black business to black business because it is a black event. She want to do it for the people of Inglewood, her neighborhood or wherever she's staying at. And unfortunately, either they think she's a vagrant or they think that she's trying to pocket the money. They getting money out their pockets to get to her. She asked the dude, can he be one of the local artists? And he concerned about how many bitches gonna be there. And when she said it's gonna be one bitch, that's me. The niggas in the background is. I said you couldn't even wait until she turned the fuck around before you start laughing at her ass. But anyway, she going meeting up with Molly and was just like, fuck it, she done with this black party. She was like, so what's up with musical with the Q? Okay. Anyway, she's just realizing at this point in time, she just needs to go ahead and get her an actual job. And, it's just a lot that's been going on, and it's her birthday, and Molly's supposed to be taking her out for her birthday. And, Molly is talking about some things that's going on at work and how shady, or she said it's petty, that's going on at work. And as we saw last week, Torian had ran into her, and after she took that meeting without him, you know, it's a double. It's two things you can look at this way with Torian and Molly. Like Issa said, Torian gave her the cold shoulder because of him being, telling her I want to be in on this presentation, and Molly went on ahead and did it without him. Now, she said, here Issa said she was being shady. And the way that she was working was kind of shady because she could have waited and she still could have rose to the occasion when she was in the meeting with them with Torian. Okay. But on the other hand, Molly want to bring in it's a double standard because if a man do this, they're just being a man and this is cool. But when a woman do it, they're being shady or whatever. No, Molly, the way that you did this shit and your gun ho spirit, you did that on a shady tip, okay? Because like I said, you could have waited and you could have showed that nigga up in front of the partners with him sitting right there if you're that good, okay? They would have saw that. But what you did is you just went on ahead and took the reins of it and just knocked the cell out of him. And on one part, you could be upset with her because she just does too much. But given how Torian is, it's like maybe this is something to knock him down to know that you can't be number one all the time too. Because before Molly came to that firm, Torian was Molly, and now Torian has a competition in the female form, and that's Molly. Okay, they got sent to put on a case together, and Torian talking about some, yeah, she did a good job with the presentation. She's was aggressive with it or whatever, because he but her because she took over. He wasn't in on the presentation, but shit had to be done. But you can look at it so many different ways, and I don't even really think it's a right or a wrong way to look at it because on the one hand, we're talking about two people who are literally the exact same, trying to be number one and not team players and just want to be me, selfish folks. So they're both getting what they deserve at this point, if you ask me. Lawrence meet up with his father. His father was like, why is it all of a sudden that everybody doing the double words? Okay, what's up with you and Issa? Y'all done? Yeah, we done. I literally just said, Issa had to get her a job. Now, we've been saying that. I don't know where it came from, but we've been saying, done, and, the double words or whatever for a minute. So it was just funny now that it's catching on and everybody been putting it in social media and doing memes and stuff like that to see it being portrayed in the actual episode of Insecure, whatever, pop culture. And so basically Lawrence is just talking about how he wants a relationship and he's tired of dating because everybody's coming with baggage, or they're divorced, or they're this, they're too needy, too sensitive, too that. And he just wanted a relationship like his mom and his dad. And he was like, wait a minute, me and your mama came with baggage, okay? Different type of baggages. But we had to work through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Lawrence basically wanted simple, and it's not simple. Okay, no one is simple like that. If somebody's simple like that, you gotta look at see what's fuck going on with them. Later on from that, we see Issa. She finally goes to the beat crew. Okay, we see him again, the guy Eli from the beat crew that we saw at the job fair beginning, like a few episodes ago. And she's trying to put her resume in and getting a little interview. And he said, we don't have that much in the budget, but I'm gonna send this up. And of course, they ended it seemed like they had a good interview. Then here go Issa, yay, big crew. I said, girl, get your ass up out of here before you fuck it up for yourself. And now it's time for my Issa birthday. Molly said she had a surprise for her. And right when she texting her outside her place saying, your chariot awaits, it's your birthday, bitch, let's go. She see a nigga come walking up with some goddamn flowers. Who the fuck it is? Nathan. Yo, so me and Issa, we got some things to talk about. Molly was like, did she even tell you to come over here? No, I'm just saying we got some stuff to talk about. No, bitch. Okay. So Molly curved that, was like, no, she happy right now. It's her birthday. She don't need this mess. Move. And I said, this nigga got his nerve. Like a punk. And you ain't heard from him in a minute. Okay. Molly said she ain't heard from him in a month. And we heard Issa say she deleted all his shit out. And now you pop up with flowers like everything's supposed to be good. Flowers is supposed to be. Bitch, what's the explanation? So I guess this episode was about all the hoes and the exes coming out the woodwork, because you got Nathan coming up on the birthday, before the actual birthday celebration happened. You got Molly taking Issa to this place that's far out, and kind of find out it's the Last Dragon screening on the line. We be having stuff like that, movies on the line in Grand Park out here in Chicago. During the summer, whatever the fuck. So that was cute. This was something that Issa wanted. She was like, yeah, you did good and all that stuff. And she was like, bitch, she keep on asking, was you taking me to Beverly Hills to go to the shopping spree? Bitch, we ain't dating, so stop it. And then when she found out what it is, this my girlfriend, she was like, girl, get the fuck out of here, because my husband, my boo could be here or whatever. I said, Molly, he ain't. He ain't. You done fucked up so many times. He ain't, girl. But whatever. Then they run into Lawrence. Okay, they run into Lawrence and Chad and Lawrence. Chad is waiting on Lawrence. Well, Lawrence is waiting on Chad, who's already in the place. Kelly then sent them a spot. Molly is telling what's her name? Issa, about the fact that she's on co-counsel on this case. And she was like, bitch, y'all call it shady, but my tactics works or whatever. I said, well, if that's what you want to call it and you want to be happy about that, be happy about that. I guess you got to find the joy in everything. But Kelly done got everything blocked off, like this big ass square for them 3 people. And she got it blocked off. She got her hair looking like show enough and all that stuff. It was cute though. Now, see, they sitting there having a conversation about the stuff that's been going on, and talking about what happened to boyfriends and stuff like that, because Lawrence is here, whose dick is there, and all that stuff. And then, Molly said that Andrew was dead to her. Kelly thinking that he was really dead. And she was like, no, that's not what I meant. I mean dead to me. Okay. Kelly ain't with Julian no more. Why? Because Julian won't go down on her. That nigga got like DJ Khaled and he wouldn't go down on me. So I said, another one. I said, bitch, Kelly is hilarious. And then it was like, I fucked that nigga. Goddamn, I fucked that nigga. And I had to let that nigga go right there, Contrail. Contrail, fuck you, nigga. But, oh, that ain't Contrail. Let me go over there and say what's up to the new Contrail. I said, bitch, Kelly, I like her confidence, bitch. If I had an ounce of her confidence, child, it'll be over. But anyway, it was cool. We get this little conversation, this little scene with Lawrence and Chad and their other friend, and basically we find out, because Chad is sitting there with a purse. Okay, this is Leah's purse that he brought her, and the only reason why he got it is because he brought it for her, and they're back together. He had to go through a whole bunch of begging, a whole bunch of apologizing and groveling and all this stuff, and he said, "Fuck this shit." I'm too old. I'm not about to go back doing this whole dating shit and getting to know somebody else again. I ain't got time for that. And I was like, oh, and that's what made Lauren start thinking, because when Issa and him met up, all of a sudden just met up, just ran into each other. Molly noticed it on the first time at the baby shower that they had some chemistry still there, or they was just really cool with one another. And then you see it again that there is something still there. I don't know if I want them to go back to that place, but we shall see. Bitch, Molly go get her some goddamn popcorn. Who the fuck she running to? I said, this is literally the episode for Little Exes. Because Jared from first season is up in here. I said, bitch, we ain't seen Jared since he was in Enterprise. I'm thinking the nigga that went over to Hertz and all that shit. But he said he's regional manager now and all that. And then this dude come up there. He was like, yo, you got the popcorn? You want me to get you some drink too? And of course, Molly being Molly, judgmental as fuck. I don't know if it's really judgmental, but she's just she likes to assume a lot of stuff, okay? And if you saw the first season with the interaction with Molly and Jared, and you remember that Jared revealed to her that on at least one occasion he allowed the dude to go down on him, and he said that it wasn't for him, okay? And so ever since then, she has a problem with dating a person that may be bisexual, a guy who had one little experience or probably more that he didn't tell her about, but she has an issue with that. And I find that I ain't gonna say a lot, but I know a handful of straight women who have problems going with bisexual men. But, it is what it is. That says a lot about them, but okay. But it's a preference. It's a preference, it's a choice of who you date. But in Molly's case, she's just so presumptuous. She just so, she just assumes stuff right off the back without getting the information. And she goes over there and tell Issa and them that, he was there with some dude that probably was his boyfriend. He gay and all this stuff. Kelly bring her ass over there, talk about something that was Kentrill, and now we back together. I said, girl, shut up. Lawrence come over there, bring Issa some raisinette. The nigga in the back that said, hey, yo, sit your big-headed ass down. You ain't no glass. Keep it moving. So they just sitting there chopping it up about what's going on with the little block party. And the whole time Issa's watching this movie, and when the movie is over with, they like, how come black people can't have nothing like this? And this is a sentiment that we always say to ourselves sometimes when we see nice things that goes on in certain communities, and then we try to do it over in our own communities and it don't go the way that we want it to. Like, how come we can't have these nice things too for black folks as well? How come we can't come together and organize something so put together and so well thought out and it worked? And that's what Issa was trying to do with this block party, but it just seems like things ain't coming together. And at the when they get ready to go, Molly was like, hold up, just act natural, act natural. And they was like, what? Because Jared was coming over with the dude. And they had two girls with him. Come to find out, the dude was his brother. He got a girlfriend, and Jared got a girlfriend named Amber. And Molly just standing there looking stupid as hell, as she should. So Issa goes over to the lady who was curating the whole event, and kind of find out she was one of the girls that was at the Tiffany's baby shower. And I think she was probably the one that was talking to Lawrence that said she did Diddy's white party the year before. Either way, I could be wrong, but she was at the baby shower and she remembered Issa. Issa went over there and thanked her for having this event for them. And she was asking her, so how did you get all of this up? Because she's trying to do something similar, and she just keep getting met with a lot of no's. And she was like, yeah, she was getting met with a lot of no's too, but she just had to be persistent. And that's what we need more in this community, and more people in general just reaching out to each other and just helping us out. Y'all know I'm trying to do this networking thing, and I'm meeting dead ends every time I try to, no matter which way I go. And it's like, damn, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Am I doing it wrong? I don't know. So, that was a refreshing look to see, some, people of our color especially coming together and giving encouragement and stuff like that. And then you see the negative side of it. Basically, when Issa goes back home and she's sitting there with Molly and they're just chatting it up like girlfriends, and Molly winds up telling her that, she told Nathan not to come see you and all that stuff. And she was upset at that. She was upset at that because she was like, I'm not you. I don't just cancel niggas left and right just because. Okay. And I feel as though, I don't know if Issa was gonna. I'm watching this as I go. I'm recording as I go. Because there's a lot of good points in this episode. I don't know if Issa was gonna go ahead and just give Nathan another chance, but I feel like she wanted to at least have some type of closure and to speak to him and get that, shut that shit down and get an understanding as to what the fuck happened, you know. And Molly kind of fucked that up for her, so that's probably where she was coming from. But I see where Molly's coming from, being a good friend. Like, I don't want you to fall in that trap, or we already know that Nathan is a fuck boy, but it technically was not her decision to make. I know I wanted to have a drama-free birthday, but still, technically, it was not your decision to make. And once again, Issa had to call her out on some bullshit like, why are you acting this way? You've been so fucking negative lately, and I just don't understand what's going on. Like, when you did the old boy at the office so dirty, and she was like, I'm trying to be an associate. I ain't trying to stall out as an associate. I'm not trying to be like every other woman in that firm. I'm trying to reach the top. And she was like, okay, so once you get partner, how is it gonna be when everybody hates you? Okay. And Molly has to look at herself, some of the shit that she was doing. And that's what it is. If you notice, on just about every season finale that we've had, Molly and Issa has gotten into it. And they called each other out on some shit. Okay? The first season finale, they weren't talking. This was when they went and when Issa and Lawrence had broke up. Okay? And then the second season finale, when they had that party for the We Got Y'all, and Daniel was there, and they told each other off or whatever, and she broke up with Lawrence. Was that the second, the finale, or the episode before? But you know what I'm saying. At the end of the season, they have this little tip all the time. And at one point, with Molly, the shit is needed. It's needed because you need somebody to bring her ass back down to fucking earth. And another thing, like, I know sometimes we gotta tell our friends that, look, bitch, this ain't plausible or whatever. But seeing that lady giving Issa encouragement and saying how she was just being persistent in doing something, I'm pretty sure somebody in her corner probably told her too that, this Black Film Festival, who gives a fuck about it? It ain't even worth it. You would expect your friend to be on your side and trying to pump you up and giving you encouragement to go ahead and go through with stuff. And Molly wasn't doing that for Issa. Molly keep laughing at her stuff, regardless of what it is. She's still laughing at it and not really giving true encouragement as a real best friend should, or a friend period should. I feel a way about that. So Molly, she goes back to the firm and kind of find out Torian then got himself off that case and said that he talked to Frank, who was the head partner, and said that he feels as though, Molly can do it herself. She ain't got no co-counsel. It's all on her. He then went on to another case with the two ladies that didn't fuck with him at first like that. And I said, see how that shit, the tables done turn, okay? He even buckling down trying to be a team player, and look at her, she's just being iced out by everybody. It's just crazy. And this leads her to go ahead and call Andrew. First of fucking all, bitch, Andrew. I thought that was a fine ass bitch sitting there on the on the chair. I said, look at that bitch, what the hell? Girl, who is she? Andrew. I said, okay, Andrew, Molly, you better get the fuck up on that shit, girl. Put down your standards a little bit. You got a man that's willing to sit there and listen to you, because Molly called him. And even though he lied about having shit to do because he was sitting there playing his video game because he was annoyed by what she said, she was like, I just realized that my last relationship probably hurt me a little bit more than I tried to lead on. And I'm sorry. I've been taking it out on a lot of people. I've been in a negative space. It is what it is. I apologize. And then he didn't say nothing. And she was like, do you hear me? In the way that he said, I'm listening. I was like, oh, bitch. Oh, big. Hook, line, and sinker, hoe. Okay? Molly, y'all better come back next season. Y'all better be together. Okay? That man giving you another chance because he actually really like her. But, moving on from that, we got Issa going and meeting Condola. That's her name, Condola. And they networking. Bitch, Come on. Anybody watching this, y'all wanting that work and you got some connections or whatever, hit me the fuck up because I'm loving this. You know, I'm inspired like a motherfucker because they sitting there and she was trying to get the stuff down. Issa and telling her ideas. Condola's actually listening, giving her some advice, giving her some offers and all this stuff. And she was like, I just wish we can have some artists or whatever come in just like they do. She was like, why not? I can hook you up with somebody from Rock Nation. I know the A&R guy over there. I said, bitch, Rock Nation? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, you do what you gotta do. See, that's how you gotta fucking work. You gotta work that shit. And it don't hurt to help others, okay? And that's what that was showing to me, or that's what the message I got out of it. I was like, that is cute. I like that. And then the lady come up there talking about some come back for indie rock night. And Condola, you know, Issa offered to take her home if she needed to, because she is a Lyft driver. And she was like, no, she's actually going on a date. Bitch, who the fuck the date is? I said all that excitement kind of went down the drain for a second when I realized who the date was. It was Lawrence. I said, oh shit, how this gonna work? And ain't no more Lisa, Issa and Lawrence. Oh, that's what their name would have been, Lisa. Issa and Lawrence. Lawrence and Issa equals Lisa. Okay, ain't no more Lisa. It's now Lawrence and Condola. God damn. And they look like they was really vibing. Okay. But we gonna see how that shit goes in the next season. Dude, this episode was directed by Regina King. She just doing it, bitch. Okay, whatever. So at the very end of this episode, Nathan comes back and, you know, I'm so glad it went the way that it went. Because you know how Issa could have been. Issa could have said, fuck it, come on, let's go and let's go fuck, okay? But she didn't do that. She let him talk and she didn't give in to his advances in them little eyes and all that stuff. You know, she left him standing out there. He talking about something. He went back to Houston and he gets in a space of his head where, you know, he just don't want to talk to nobody because he going through a lot, and so he just not good to be around when he in that space. So that's why he left. And he said he wished it was a better explanation, but it's not. And she said, because you was having some issues, you just ghosted me. Girl, please. And he was like, I'm gonna need some time, okay? He gonna say something, can we talk? Can we talk? And she just went on ahead and went back up into her apartment. I was like, good job, Issa. Good job. And I hope back from the way she ended the episode where her actually, you know, it felt like she was coming into her own. That was what that was symbolizing, when her actually having the furniture brought into her apartment and she's unwrapping everything and she's fixing up her living room and fixing up her apartment to make it look like somebody's actually living in there, and then sitting down on that couch and she's smiling and all this stuff. It's like she got a little bit of closure. She know what she needs to do, and everything seems like it's going on the right track for once in her life. And I hope that this continue and she don't go back to that nigga. But oh no, you know how Issa is, so we probably gonna see Nathan next season. But this was good. I like this. Shout out to Regina King. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I will see y'all later. I still wish we had more episodes because I still feel like it felt a little rushed, but I still feel like, you know, they ended it and closed it up a little bit nice, but they could have expounded on it if they had a little bit more episodes. We could have got at least 2 more episodes. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.